What is going on, guys? Jesse504 here, bringing you all my draft analysis for the CBN, Castelia Battle Network. This is the fourth Wi-Fi league. I signed up for a lot of them that we will be a part of for this next sort of cycle of leagues. And our team, very interesting considering that the CBN is a league with different rule sets to pretty much every other league. First of all, it's a doubles league, mainly VGC style, but it differs from VGC in a couple of ways. There's like three main ones. Number one is no Dynamax. This is like the biggest difference from VGC. VGC currently relies on a lot of Dynamax mons to have sort of success, but not CBN. So that's just something that we don't have to rely on here. It makes team building a lot more interesting, and Dynamax isn't some super centralizing force that you have to deal with in every single game. Then there is the fact that you don't need to have Galar marks on your Pokemon, meaning transfer moves are allowed, such as Follow Me Blastoise or Fake Out Mew. There's just a ton. And third, as you heard me mention, Fake Out Mew, is the ban list. The ban list is different. It's similar to sort of Series 7 VGC in that there aren't like crazy broken legendaries allowed, but there's some legendaries allowed like mythicals such as Mew and Diancie, and also some restricteds that aren't sort of as good and aren't really ban worthy, such as regular Necrozma, regular Necrozma, and regular Zygarde 50%. And obviously the one that we're going to pick up. As you can see, pick 11 is not the greatest considering that there are 12, but at least we get a quick turnaround after our second pick. And 440 points is unique, but it makes sense. You got an S tier, which you only get one of, and then you cannot buy with points. A, B, C, D tiers, which are also all necessary to take one of. And then there's also an F tier, which you can pick from points, 20 points, but it's not really required. And so you get 440 points for the breakdown of points through the tiers. But yeah, that's basically how it works. And so to start things off, we had 11th pick. There was a Mon that I thought deserved to be banned. And I was very, very surprised when it got to me at pick 11. As you can see, it's in the face cam slot right now. It is none other than Kyurem Black. This Mon is broken, I think. It just hits so ridiculously hard and does like so much damage on the physical side that it forces a lot of prep there. And then you just pull up with special Kyurem Black and mess people up. It's got Mold Breaker as an ability pretty much. It's got Terravolt. Dual stabs hit really hard, Ice plus Dragon. You really need a good steel type to wall it, but oh wait, it has Earth power, so it's kind of tough to do. And there's Fusion Bolt for the waters, so all around, Kyurem Black is a great Pokemon. The biggest downside to Kyurem Black that I can see is genning it is a pain, and then the 95 base speed tier is a little bit underwhelming, but it's still very, very good, can do a multitude of things with a Life Orb, with a Choice Band, Choice Specs, really can just do it all, running boosting items, running healing items like a berry, and it can really just do anything that I want it to do in any given week. It can't really play support, but it's the big Kyurem Black. It is going to get the support that it needs, so it doesn't have to play that role. And up next, next to Kyurem Black, as you can see, there will be a bunch of stars next to the pick number. That indicates that it was a sort of post-draft change, because I drafted Kyurem Black, and then I wanted to do Sun, but then Sun got sniped, so I picked a Torkoal, and then tried to support it with Trick Room, got rid of the Trick Room. I was originally trying to do like Tail Room, but then I got rid of that. So the next Mon that we got was a trade, and that was Clefairy. This Mon is such a good support Mon. I think it's the premier support Mon, like pure support. I guess you could argue for like Whimsicott as maybe the best support Mon, but I think Clefairy is just the best. It has Friend Guard is broken as an ability. It's not that tanky itself, but it can live a hit or two with the Eviolite. And then it's got Follow Me, Ally Switch. What else? It's got a ton of stuff. It's got Life Dew to keep healthy. It's got Fairy Stab, which is nice. It's got Icy Wind, I believe, for speed control. It really just does a lot that you wouldn't expect it to do. And it's, yeah, it just seems very nice to play with, especially next to Kyurem Black, giving that thing Friend Guard boosted defense. This is already super bulky. It has, I believe, 120 base HP and then around 100 in both of its defenses. So even though its defensive typing isn't that good, it's still taking hits very well, especially next to a Clefairy. And that's kind of why I wanted Clefairy, premier Follow Me user. keeping Kyurem healthy, keeping some of my other offensive mons healthy. But really, I just wanted some well-supported offensive mons, so it's mainly it is for sort of, this draft is sort of for defense, or it's like a bunch of support mons and then like 3 or 4 premier offensive mons. It's only 10 mon, so I figured that would be a good balance. Up next, another one of those premier support mons is Torn Eye. Prankster Tailwind, go crazy. Offensive Torn Eye, go crazy. I figured Torn Eye is just very threatening. One of the best ways to punish Kyurem Black is Intimidate, and Torn Eye can actually take advantage of Intimidate with Defiant. It can sort of mess things up. It obviously doesn't have access to Max, which it tends to like with Defiant, which means that it'll play a supporting role most weeks, but if I see someone has like a ton of Intimidate, like an Incineroar with a Lando T, I know that they're both S tiers, you're not getting both, but like, that's just a hypothetical. If they had like Incineroar or Lando T, maybe I would bring Torn Eye Defiant and start punishing people for that, or I can just run Special Kyurem, so I figured it'd be nice. But yeah, Torn Eye was a mon from the original draft, and so I believe it's one of like 2 or 3 or 4 maybe that came from the original draft. So yeah, this is Torn Eye. I think that it has a ton of promise in doubles. Right next to that Kyurem, giving it Tailwind support as well seems stupid good. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it. And so I got Torn Eye. Up next, I figured a good pairing for a Kyurem would be a crazy Special Breaker. Kyurem can obviously do that on the physical side. So what's better? What's best with a physical breaker is a Special Breaker, considering we've got the Friend Guard and Follow Me support, and then we've got the Tailwind support. Let's just grab a Porygon Z. This mon is a absolute nuke. Obviously, it misses having Max because it doesn't have its own form of speed control in Max Strike, but that's what the Prankster Tailwind is for. It goes crazy. Obviously, can't fire off the Hyper Beam Max Strikes, but really, what you get your normal stab, and then you get a way to hit the Ghost type, being like either Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse, depending on if like there's some secondary thing. And then you can run various other coverage to potentially hit like Rocks and Steels, depending on if they have like a secondary weakness as well. And if not, just try attack them. They'll take a lot, especially like Steels and Rocks are, a lot of them are known for their great physical defense, so they don't really shrug off Porygon Z hits, even if they do resist them, just because adaptability is crazy. And download's also an option if that matchup if I really like the matchup for it. Considering if I can download special attack boosts, I'll hit crazy hard even with the coverage as well. And it can do some fun support like Trick Room, so it can anti-Trick Room, it can ally switch. So I figured Porygon Z was just the perfect mon to pair with Kyurem Black as the sort of premier breaker next to it. And up next with the Porygon Z, right after that, I had to wait a bit because it's like pretty much a wheel pick because it's 12 person, but not really, because there's a wheel in between. I had to wait a while to then pick up Blastoise. It's another free agent mon. As you can see, the point's very weak, but we can grab 2 F tiers. There was value in F, believe me. And then we can grab a D tier, and we're fine on points. Blastoise seems really good. Second Follow Me user. First Fake Out user. Water Spout, go crazy. Shell Smash next to the Clefairy. Blastoise really does it all. I figure it's going to be super duper fun to use. It can play support a lot of weeks, and then when they're expecting support Blastoise, boom, Shell Smash, Water Spout, go. And it just goes crazy. Really, it's another great support mon for Kyurem. I was looking for a water type with Fake Out and then Blastoise, and I was like, oh shit, I can afford Blastoise. Let's do this. So I got myself a Blastoise in the free agency period. And yeah, Blastoise just seems super duper good with the rest of the team. It's another one of those offensive mons, but also is crazy support. So like Clefairy, very good support mon. Kyurem Black, Porygon, very good offense mons. And then Torn Eye and Blastoise, you look at them and you see, ooh, damn, very good support kit. And then you look at them more and you're like, oh shit, I don't really have a good way to deal with this mon. So that's really my pick right there. Up next, after these, or like, I guess another free agent pick, I believe, we've got Jolteon. Yeah, I just wanted a way to break bulky waters, and I didn't have a grass type, so I figured let's pick up Jolteon. And so, yeah, that's sort of what I did. I got the Jolteon, and then, yeah, figured having Jolteon would be nice to do various things. Next to Porygon Z, can be healed up with Discharge while spamming for Paras. It seems really nice. Has the Evolution move pool, so it's got access to Yawn, Helping Hand, I don't know if just it gets detect, but it has detect, I know, which is nice. Like on some stray like Imprison sets, I don't want to lose my option to protect. Yeah, Jolteon just seems really nice, very fast as well. So like a nice fast helping hand user potentially with the Kyurem Black seems really nice. And yeah, that's really what the Jolteon pick was for. Up next, I think this was a mon that I kept. Maybe I didn't. I don't really remember the order in which these will show because a lot of this was post draft. Sneezal. No, I did not. I did not draft Sneezal, but Sneezal pairs really well with one of my mons later down the line. It's got Ice Shard, so it can pop Policy on Torn Eye when I run offensive Torn Eye. It's got Fake Out. It's got yeah, that's really what it's doing here. I would say it has Surf, but I don't have a Colossal, so it doesn't really matter. It just kind of does various things. It fills niches in 20 points, and it filled the speed tier, sort of between Jolteon and Torn Eye, because not a lot of people have to respect Torn Eye speed tier, just because they see, oh, it'll be Prankster, it'll be going first regardless. I don't need to speed creep that, so having Sneasel right there seemed nice. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing with Sneasel. Up next, I've decided to grab Magmar. Magmar seems like a very, very nice option. Secondary follow me user, but what I really picked it up for was Mach Punch. Mach Punch next to Kyurem Black, pop that thing, weakness policy, go crazy, and then start spamming follow me, like I said earlier. It really, Clefairy is going to be getting the Eviolite every week. I'm sorry, Magmar, but you're not worth the Eviolite slot. But you know, maybe 1 week when Clefairy has a bad matchup, when they have like Kartana plus another, like Melmetal's not allowed. I was gonna say Kartana plus Melmetal, but something like that, where the Flame Body would be crazy useful. Maybe Magmar has the opportunity to hold the Eviolite 1 week and maybe can prove itself. But as for now, Magmar's not gonna be holding the Eviolite. It'll just come and it'll potentially Flame Body stuff with Follow Me. It just seemed like a very nice, good pick in the 20-point tier. Because I had to get 2 of those mons, and Sneasel and Magmar I figured were the best 2 for my team. Up next, I believe this was another mon that was stuck on my team just because I didn't have a free agent to get it off. So now I'm going to try to justify why I kept this mon of all of them. And that was, or no, that's the last mon, sorry. This mon, Gallade, beat up with the Sneasel seems nice, and really that's about it. Great offensive coverage. If I can somehow get the Tailwind up with Torn Eye, have Sneasel alive, and then beat up the Gallade, it seems nice. It's also a potential Trick Room setter for the last mon, even though the last mon's really not going to come unless someone brings a crazy whack team. Yeah, Gallade just seems like it would go crazy. But yeah, up next, last mon, stuck on the team. I'm sorry, Ursula, but it was stuck on the team, sort of nothing I could really do about that. And yeah, I just have a Ursula, anti-Trick Room mon, really is what it is. But hey, I might calc, and I might see that it might be able to live Sneasel beat up. And if it can live Sneasel beat up, holding a weakness policy at +6, speed, +2 attack, it can go crazy until it dies the next turn. Ghost Stab is very good. Ursula is very bad. I just couldn't get it off my team because there's limited free agents. Yeah, that's why I have a Ursula. It was a great Trick Room mon, and then I free agented away Trick Room. But still, D, I think, was a worse tier that I have to pick from, I will say. I just don't think there was enough value in D tier. And so I kind of just was like, yeah, okay, Ursula, you can stay on the team. I don't really see many of the other D tiers come into a game. Maybe you come to a game in Trick Room to dissuade Trick Room being brought against me potentially. But yeah, that is my draft. And let me know what you guys think down below. I know I might be getting some new viewers for some doubles content. But even then, prior to this video, about only 40% of my watch time comes from subscribers. So it would mean the world to me if you decided to click that subscribe button. You can always change your mind later, but please do that if you haven't already. It would mean a lot to me, like I said. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and comment letting me know what you guys think of this team. I think it's broken. I think I drafted really well. But if you guys think that there's something that I could have improved on, let me know. If you have any cool text that you can see, like just, oh, looking at this team, I can see this mon being brought next to this mon holding this item doing this, it'll go crazy. Let me know as well. That seems like a very fun idea. You'll get a shout out if you can find me a cool tech. Yeah. And with all that being said, I hope you guys do enjoy. And until next time, Jesse504 out. Peace.